What's up, guys? My name is Brendan, and today I want to give you my best tips and tricks for learning or mastering the cart full. This trick is extremely popular in the sport, and learning it can be a little bit of a challenge. So today I'm going to go over a progression, my best tips, common mistakes, and so much more. We have a lot of room to cover, so with that said, let's get started. First, I want to draw a distinction between the cart full used in gymnastics and the cart full you see in tricking. In gymnastics, to do a cartwheel, you start facing one way and then you end facing the other. And when you do the back full, you start standing forward, you jump up, you backflip, you do your full twist, and then you land in the same position. It's very different if you're doing a cart full for tricking. In tricking, you start in a neutral stance and pretty much end in the neutral stance. You take off from a front side position when you do your full and you end in complete. So you don't really do a full 360 twist. That said, if you want to use your cart full in combos, if you want to swing out a bit, you cannot use a gymnastics technique. For that, it's best to do that tricking technique, because if you want to swing off-axis skills like the double cork, you need an off-axis set with the tricking full. So don't get yourself confused with the two techniques. Both of them will work, but you as the athlete need to decide which one you want to pursue. If you want to progress to the cart full, I think you should first learn the cart front. If you have a super solid cartwheel into a front tuck, it shows me you can control your tricking cartwheel to get plenty of flipping momentum. Not only that, but if you can do a solid front tuck out of your cartwheel, you have a good set. And that will translate when you do the cart full. If you're struggling to connect the cart front to the cart full, what I would recommend is as you land, add in just a little bit more and a little bit more of twisting until you're finally able to complete the rotation. You don't need to rush it, but if you can add maybe 10 to 30 degrees of twist as you do the cart front, eventually that will lean to a cart full. As long as you can progress to it in a safe, progressive manner, you shouldn't have any issues. Just learn and master the cart front and slowly add on rotation, and if you do that, you should be able to learn the cart full. My biggest tip for doing a good, strong cart full is to really master your cartwheel as a setup. Doing the full and having good technique will really help, but it won't matter unless you're able to get power from your cartwheel. Now, your cartwheel doesn't have to be perfect and pretty, you don't need to point your toes, but you do need power. You should be able to do your cartwheel fast and low to the ground and then block that energy up to throw you into the air. If you're not able to get good height from your cartwheel, you're not going to be able to do the full. So make sure, and like I said, this is my biggest tip, master your cartwheel. Make it really strong and really solid, and your full will benefit. The most common mistake I see people do when they're learning the cart full is they rush their twist. They go into their cartwheel, and before they do any set to give them flipping momentum, they wrap into twist before they even jump. And that causes them to have a really horizontal full, and it makes the trick look kind of sketchy. What I would strongly recommend is just make sure you have a good set. Don't focus in on twisting around until you get your flip. So come out of that cartwheel, go from the hollow body kind of curled position to your side and throw your body over to an arch. Again, it's not really an arch because your body is to the side, but as long as you get that flipping momentum before you rush your twist, you should have a good full that follows the right axis. If you rush that twist and you don't get any flipping momentum, your full is gonna look like a V twist, and that's gonna be hard to swing and progress. So make sure when you do this trick, you're patient and you don't rush your twist. The cart full is a great trick by itself, but it's also a powerful setup if you can use it correctly. If you're going to be using your cart full as a setup, there's three things I think you should think about. The first is finding the right axis. If you want to use your cart full as a setup for a cork and you swing it way too horizontal like a B twist, it's going to be a struggle to swing. You want your cart full to match the axis of whatever trick you're trying to swing after. So if your cart full is flat, it's going to be a struggle to swing vertical skills. The second thing I think you should think about is hitting a strong eagle. If you want to swing from any trick, you need to first hit the eagle position. With all your weight on your plant leg, your swing leg back, and your arms behind you. If you cannot land your cart full in this position, it's going to be extremely difficult to swing. And if you're still learning it and you're landing on 2 feet, start trying to land on just 1 foot and then slowly progress to landing in that nice big eagle. The final thing I think you should think about is going low and fast. If you want to use your cart full as a setup, you don't want a ton of height because then you're going to be crashing back down. You want your cart full to be low and fast so that way you can block off of it to push your momentum up. That is the best advice I have for swinging your cart full. That said, make sure before you start swinging it that you have a good full itself. If you're not able to land on 1 foot or even get close to that eagle position, don't try and YOLO it and go for the swing. Keep working on the cart full until you're ready to swing it. If you want to learn cart full variations and one day progress to the cart double full, you need to build your power and your control. If you have no power, you're not going to be able to progress. It takes a certain degree of strength and athleticism to do a cart full. And to do a cart full, it requires more of all of it. You need to get more height. You need to be stronger. You need to twist faster and get more air time because you just need to do more. The second thing you really need to develop is your control. If you have no idea where you are in the air as you do the cart full, it's going to be really hard to build to complicated variations like the hyperhook. So as you do the cart full, once you first learn it, focus on building your strength and building your control. If you can do a strong cart full and know where you are the entire time, it will be far easier to progress to variations and doubles than if you just are new to the cart full. You don't really have the power you need, and you still have yet to develop your control. If you can build all of that, progressing will be far easier. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this content and want to learn more, go to my website, howtomastertricking.com. There's a wealth of educational tricking content, and there's even a form if you guys want to suggest future videos. But seriously, thank you so much for watching, for supporting, and just enjoying the content and being on this progression with me. Seriously, it means the world to me, so thank you so much, and please have a lovely day.